a weird video. That's what people might say about this one.
Weird, is that the right word? Just different.
Unexpected, perhaps.
You're not weird, Jake. You're just different.
That's what my family's always told me.
That's what everyone's always told you.
Yeah.
I'm not breaking up with you because you're weird, Jake. You're just
different though.
Oh, that's too good.
So today's video is going to be on our favorite Guntubers, and the notion for this video. I'm a big mixed martial arts fan. We're big UFC fight tomorrow. We're actually going to. Should be fun. And I heard someone say about a fighter. His name is Justin Gaethje. For anyone that watches fights, they said Justin Gaethje is your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. And I was like, oh, that's such a cool line. And
how come? Just because he's a stud?
Because of how he fights and throws down. Yeah. It's just, you know what you're going to get.
I peripherally watch, but
exactly.
I know that he's always going for a banger.
You know exactly what you're going to get. He's either going to knock someone out or get knocked out. And so we are no one's favorite YouTuber, but we're just like, we're a YouTuber you watch.
My mom.
Okay, yeah. My mom doesn't watch. But it's like, hey, we're a Guntuber, and we're going to tell you our favorite Guntubers, right? And the notion behind this was like, I don't know, maybe we can acknowledge some of the, even though they're way bigger channels than us, acknowledge some of those that we really enjoy in different categories. We have a few different categories here. And then acknowledge maybe some of the channels that are kind of on the up and coming list where you're like, look, they're not tiny, but they're not big yet. And maybe, you know, if there's any support we can lend, just say, hey, look, here's some good channels that we think you guys should check out.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to give you a couple things here. A couple quick plugs. We got shit to sell you, everyone. we just did a batch of tomahawks with Nate Summers. Those are on his site, but you can comment below. We can get you guys
shit to sell.
We got t-shirts. I mean, we've got real estate that we've got to sell.
Our bodies, if the price is right.
Yeah, the real estate may sound like a joke. It's not. It's actually, we're real estate agents who are happy to help you as long as you're a reasonable human being. And, you know, Patreon, all that kind of stuff. You can find different ways to support the channel. Like, you'll figure it out.
We would like your support also.
Yeah, we'd love it. My couple disclaimers here, because this video is probably not going to do me personally any favors, because I'm going to wind up looking like an asshole to a degree.
I don't think it's asshole. People just know your personality now.
Yeah. Which can be asshole-esque.
You're a difficult human being.
Yeah. So let me just say this. One, our opinion means nothing. There's tons of great channels that we simply just don't know about because we don't know about them, right? So it's like,
sometimes I just don't like it. Like, it doesn't fit with me and my personality and what I like to consume. And that's not a bad thing.
The kind of shit that I consume is, frankly, the kind of products and subject matters that I enjoy. Well, that means there's a lot of shit that I don't enjoy, so I'm not going to watch that channel.
And we're not knocking it. It's just not our thing, guys.
No. Other disclaimer. I watch a shockingly small amount of any other gun-related content.
Why is that?
I think part of it is, okay, truthfully, one, guns became work, and while I frankly love doing this stuff, it is work, so I don't necessarily want to consume my free time with a bunch of other work shit. On top of what we really sort of embrace and enjoy in this channel is production value and try to provide a little bit of entertainment to people, and it's like, I don't necessarily think that there's a ton of channels that, like, you're in the entertainment business, okay? You happen to be talking about guns, but you're in the entertainment business. And to me, if you lose me on that up front, it's like I'm probably not gonna stick around a long time unless you simply are reviewing a product that, despite this review being very boring, I simply need to learn about that product.
Correct.
So it's like, that's why I don't consume a lot of gun content, if I can be perfectly honest.
And like, I wanna clarify that too, because when people ask me that, when I'm out at different events and stuff, they're like, well, what do you watch? And I'm like, honestly, I don't watch a lot of Guntube.
Yeah.
And I can see it in their face. They're like, well, that's kind of cocky or something to that effect. No, guys. Like,
it's not a better than thing.
It's not at all.
Yeah.
What it has turned into for me is as soon as I start to watch another gun YouTuber, my brain instantly is like, wow, they said that in a good way. I should say it that way on our video.
Yeah.
Or, hey, they did this. I should try that.
Sure.
I instantly start because they're better. Or they do something that I like that I'm like, dude, I should implement that.
Yeah.
And then it becomes work, and then I can't enjoy it.
Yeah, I like having my own creative thought.
Correct.
And I can almost tell you with certainty, if there's anything on this channel you've ever seen where you're like, oh, that's like this thing this other channel did, I can tell you, I didn't know that.
Nope.
And I
Because
still
I don't
know
watch
that.
other channels.
Yeah.
Other than a couple few.
And so here's the last thing that I'm going to say that might make me sound like the bad guy, but I had to create some criteria for this. And especially, there were certain things that could get you disqualified from being on the list.
Now, again, this is our opinion.
Yes.
And if your panties getting wad over this, it is your problem.
Yeah, and like...
This is a
like,
fun joke here. Just go with it.
Yeah, and like also, like, fuck me. Like, fuck this guy. That's what I would be saying right now if I were you. I don't take offense to it, but here's what I'm just going to tell you.
In fact, he'd like you to.
I'm going to give you 2 criteria. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's available. You know, but here's my 2 things that I disqualified some channels on.
People are going to get mad.
If I saw you promoting the Axel GS Ghost fucking Extreme Ear Pro, I was like, I'm out. I'm out. Piece of shit product. And if you're taking the money to say that shit's good, I'm out. I'm sorry. You're probably a great human being. But I can't, and we probably get along in person, but I can't rock with a channel that's like telling me that shit's good. I can't do it. Here's my second thing.
Well, why is that?
Because it's a piece of shit product.
But why do we believe that?
Because I bought it.
My dad also bought it before we even started this channel, and his didn't even make it out of his house, and he is cheap. Dad, I love you. You're cheap.
Mine didn't make it out of the living room.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying is the 3 examples I can pull from personally, the product didn't fucking work simply. And I might get a little angry with this, because if you're going to sit there and tell me right to my face that it's a good product, again, this is just my opinion, you're fucking lying.
Yeah, well, that was aggressive.
Is that harsh?
I wasn't going to go there.
I'm sorry, but listen, they don't work.
No.
They don't work.
You know, but look, it's just an example. And the
Maybe
other
I got
one...
a little too heated, sorry.
And, well, we're heated guys. We're heated men, man. We're just heated men. And the other thing, and this is almost... not advice, I don't think we're in the position to do that, but maybe just an observation. Like, hey guys, if you're starting a channel, here's what I care about and here's what we focus on in our channel. And this is a personal philosophy to me that I take seriously, which is content first, monetization second. Produce good fucking content. And don't, because if I watch your content and I know that this content was only made to give you an excuse to do 3 ad reads, and your channel's not that big, it's like, bro, you're selling out too quick, man.
And
like,
we all got to pay our bills, for sure.
I get it. I'm sympathetic to it.
But have some decency.
It's just like, dude, a 10-minute video doesn't need to have 3 ad reads. Like,
You know
I'm
what
not
it's
good
like?
with that.
It's like a girl that's like a 4 or 5, and she contours her face to make her a 10 or 12. I'm then like, well, as soon as the makeup comes off, you fucking lied.
False advertisement.
Exactly.
False advertisement.
Great example.
But fake news. That's fake news,
I'm
man.
going to patent that example.
So here's the deal. Welcome back, everyone, and now we're going to get into the actual who are our favorite Guntubers. So I'm glad that you guys hopefully skipped ahead. We give you a timestamp to skip ahead to. First category, favorite Guntuber. So this is going to be broad overview. Who is our actual favorite Guntuber? Now, me and Chris will maybe have some overlap. I don't know his list. He knows mine. I don't know his.
I think you only know one on my list, and I bet it's going to overlap
Okay, cool.
category, so go ahead.
Okay, so favorite Guntuber for me is the Oscar goes to James Reeves and the TFB TV crew. To me, Reeves is the best guy in the biz.
To mine, the firearms blog, James Reeves.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like to me, Reeves is like, look, he's entertaining, he's informative, and having known him a little, he doesn't even know that we're making this video, which is ironic because I think
none
we're
of
actually
these channels do. So.
We're actually going to see him in a couple of days. No one knows that we're doing this video. We're doing it because we want to, but it's like, to me, having known him a little bit at least, it's like, I know that what you're seeing on camera, that's what he's actually like. And I like that he doesn't try to be something that he's not. He doesn't try to put on a show and like, let me do this thing on camera. It's like, no, that's what he's like. And I like that.
He also, much like us, has a day job still.
Yeah.
And now, let's caveat that. Our jobs are nowhere near in the same universe. He's a lawyer.
Yeah. You know, like.
We are supposed real estate agents.
Yeah, like, you know, which means we just smoke cigarettes all day and, you know, like open up a key box here and there, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no
I don't know
big deal.
about the cigarettes, but yes. Yeah.
Well, we could strive to be that one day.
So let's just knock that out of the park now. My favorite all around too is TFB and that crew. And my example was, one of my favorite videos is the 6 classiest firearms, because he goes through PPK and, you know, stuff like that. and his witty one-liners
Oh,
and how
they're
he'll
so good.
correlate stuff.
I don't know how he does it.
Highbrow shit.
I don't know how he does it.
Highbrow shit. I really like
Their
it.
TFB mailroom is
Yeah.
binge worthy for
Yeah.
anyone. It's actually my favorite thing they do that apparently no one watches,
Which is a
according to
bummer.
them. Next, best news source. When it comes to industry news, what's happening in the industry, new guns that are coming out, not so much on the politics side, but it's like, hey, industry news. For me, kind of a no-brainer actually, the Gun Collective.
Mine is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually curious.
Yeah.
So I'll
Go ahead, yes. Yep.
John at the Gun Collective. I enjoy what he does.
First off,
I
he
enjoy
seems
his
like
show.
a very nice guy too.
I had some DMs with him here and there and stuff.
Cool.
I don't know him personally, just
Same.
some DMs here and there. But it's like I enjoy his show. I think he puts out good industry news. I think it's a well-produced little show that he does, and I like it. Way bigger channel than ours.
It
but
seems
it's like,
authentic. Just like, hey, this is me.
Yeah.
This is what I like to do. Here you go, guys. Take it or leave it.
Yeah. So who do you got?
So for me, now news is also another form of what? Information. Correct. So I kind of snuck that in there.
Okay.
I had to for this because I didn't want it to be same. Forgotten Weapons.
Oh.
For
Okay.
news and information. Because again,
Okay.
information-wise, how much info does that dude put out?
Oh, his info. I don't know how he does.
You see
it.
the correlation I tried to draw?
Yeah, I get where
there?
you're going. I get where
Because
you're
I
going.
just didn't want us to have the exact
Yeah,
same
you're just going a
list.
different route. Sure.
Yes. And again, let's talk about this real quick. At 2.4 million subs on his channel at the time we did this,
Yeah.
he has in-depth, informative videos on stuff that we've been able to get access to recently, like HK, but even some stuff we haven't, like what?
I don't know where you're going
The
with this.
G11,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he even calls it like German space magic or however he says it. You know, I appreciate the little nods towards that culture that he does, but simply the information that dude puts out.
No notes.
No notes, and encyclopedic, as well as he's someone that I'll refer to, not heavily, but when we're doing reviews and I need information, I'll skip around his reviews to grab little nuggets.
Yeah.
But I never fully take what he does, because again, that would be stealing his hard work.
Yeah.
But
Ian is.
I think he does a great job.
Yeah, Ian's solid, and yeah,
I think he's a
big-ass-
staple in Guntubers.
Oh, big time.
Yep.
All right, so let's see next. So best reviews. So here's what we mean by that. I need information. I'm interested in buying that thing. Where do I go where I know that testing has been done and this is the best review that I believe can be done with it?
All around.
Yes.
Okay.
For me, no brainer, Aaron Cowan, Sage Dynamics.
Yep. Same for me. Yeah.
Like, dude, when he's taking, the $2,000 pistol and he's just holding it up and dropping it 10 times and then he shoots 500, I think he does 500, I think 500 rounds is his burn down thing that he does. It's like 500 rounds as fast as possible. And I mean, Aaron does the testing more than we do. I'll admit it, more than we do.
Well,
I mean, we shoot a decent amount of rounds, but he's a fucking psycho.
And I'm not drop testing stuff because guess
No.
who I have for that? Aaron Cowan at Sage Dynamics.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Talking with our boys Flux, he recently, within the last 6 months, did a Flux review. And I was there the day after he did it, and he's like, dude, all the guys there are like, bro, Aaron reviewed our platform.
Yeah, and it
they
passed.
take that as a badge of what?
And it like passed.
And
like
it passed.
yeah.
And they take that as a badge of honor because everyone knows, hey, if he drop tests something or torture tests something or does his review process and it passes, you know it's going to stand up to 99% of the people who buy it.
Sure. The only counter argument could be like, hey, companies are definitely going to cherry pick shit for him because they know what it's going to go through. And I don't deny that that's going to happen. I'm sure it happens with us sometimes too without us really knowing it.
And I think he fights that a little bit. Like he'll get them from different sources.
Does he?
or, like,
Okay, well
you know,
that's a super baller move at that point.
I think he does try to mitigate that as much as
Yeah,
he can.
that's.
I've also taken two courses from him and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And at 166,000 subscribers, I think he should have a bigger channel.
How big?
166.
No.
166,000. Dude.
Wow.
So I went through most of the channels
Holy
and
shit.
looked at their sub count.
Wow,
for this video.
that's insultingly low for
166.
his channel.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, we can double check it, but I got
it's
this
all
number
good.
2 days ago.
Wow,
so-
man, that's crazy. I really would have thought at least 500,000 subs. Okay,
Right?
well, what do we know?
Yeah.
Next one, so I'm gonna go with best production value. So in terms of like forget about what is being discussed.
166.
Wow, that's crazy.
told
wow,
ya.
damn. So best production value, just like the overall quality of the production. Literally like, camera, mics,
Yeah.
videography.
Camera quality, audio.
For me, gold standard for that's still gonna be Grand Thumb.
Damn.
you know, I just think like, hey, look, he's obviously been doing it, you know, for 5 years or however long his channel. I think that's roughly right. But production quality is totally there. His channel's a little different now, I think, than it was, you know, a year, 2 years ago. You know, a little less in the way of product reviews, a little more in, you know, testing other things and ballistics and shit like that. But in terms of the production quality, yeah, I still think he probably got the best intros in the game, and that's where I'm going.
Yeah, he's on mine too. We knew these lists were going to be similar. I mean, it's also not a big batch or pool to choose from.
There's
right?
only so many. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, his channel, in my opinion, again, guys, no offense to Mike, Grand Thumb, none of that stuff. His channel's changed over the last little bit, in my opinion, and not for the better or for the worse. It's just a different flavor.
Yeah.
But all around production, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So here's the fun one. So there's no real title other than I'm just going to kind of label these like sleeper channels. So channels that you may not have heard of. Some of you, of course,
Up and coming
will.
sleeper channel.
Yeah. If you guys really follow like, you know, gun content stuff, then you probably have. But most of these, to be honest, minus one exception, these are channels that were recommended. I actually put out a post on our Instagram stories, and it just said, hey, who are your favorite gun channels? Like, I think I said like 50,000 subs or less, right? And so I really went through the list. Like, I actually properly watched stuff from each of these channels, and at the end of the day, here was 3 where I'm like, I like that channel. I think that's a good channel.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll fire away.
Okay, go ahead.
One, and this was one that was overwhelming. People nominated. Brass Facts.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a channel that I believe is actually based in Utah. I don't know the dude's name off the top of my head, but like, I watched it and I thought, good channel, good information. He was really testing stuff. I thought he was doing a good, thorough job on it.
Cool.
And I was like, but he had the mandate of the masses. A lot of people going, you got to check out Brass Facts. And a lot, frankly, his video counts were fucking phenomenal. He didn't have that many videos. And right down the size of his channel, I think it was like maybe 30,000 subs or something like that, which is a good sized channel, but man.
32.9 thousand.
Yeah, views per video though, crushing it, just crushing it. So I would definitely recommend check that out, good info.
He is getting a lot of views per video.
Crushing it.
Wow.
Good for him. Like good on him.
42s, 38s, 91s.
This is good. Channel that size, that's
wow.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, hey, Brass Facts, good on you for that, man.
Okay, next
Maybe
one.
potential collaboration in the future.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah,
hey,
sure. Why not?
He's single.
Yeah, yeah, not that kind of collab. But,
okay, my bad.
you know, next one on my list, a channel called 715 Tactical. Dude's name is Austin, and if I can be honest, here's what I liked. So he had, I watched his honey badger review, and I thought I watched a couple of videos for him. He was very fair and objective. And that's what I liked.
Damn it,
especially knowing that I believe, if I remember right, at least on the honey badger one, he's like, look, Q sent me the gun. I don't know if it was his gun to keep or how all that worked. That's above my pay grade. But it was like, look, Q sent me the gun, which is what happened with us when we reviewed the honey badger.
Thank you for mentioning that and being honest about it.
Yeah, and so, you know, it was like, hey, Q sent us the gun, which can create that inherent bias. But he had some critical thoughts about the gun, and he shared them. And I thought, hey, that knowing, being on the inside, that takes guts.
Good job.
Because it's like, you don't win any friends that way. You win fans that watch. You don't win any friends with manufacturers. So like, I thought, hey, look, it's a good channel. It was well produced. I think he's got a good thing going there.
Cool.
I would recommend that.
You know what part of the country he's in? Don't know.
Can't remember.
All right, sorry, my dude.
Can't remember. Last one for me, Jim's Goon Life.
Okay, cool.
I don't know Jim outside of a few messages here and there. I believe you guys know each other a little bit. But, dude, good channel, man. I think it's good stuff. It seems like he's really in Arizona, kind of like really trying to build the community out
not
there.
In Arizona.
He's not in Arizona?
He's in Texas, bruh.
Well, son of a bitch.
Dallas area.
I thought he's in Arizona.
No, and the reason why is because I first got introduced to Jim's Goon Life from Zona 22, which was a shooting event down there.
Oh.
He came out for it.
Okay.
Because he does these shooting events, the average Joe range days.
Yeah, that thing is what I'm talking about.
Around the country.
Oh, he does them around the country?
Around the country,
no
bro.
Shit.
So he's been to Arizona. I think they have Utah on the docket, Texas, of course.
Oh, I'll go to Utah if he's...
yeah.
I'll go to that.
I'm going to tell him not to let you come, but...
I'm going to go anyway.
I'll come up for it.
Yeah.
He's not going to allow you. But at the Zona one, at the Arizona one, which they called Zona 22, which is why I'm calling it that, he's like, hey, dude, can I interview you for a second? I'm like, fucking why? And he's like, because 1911 Syndicate, like, can we... And I'm like, dude, you watch? And he's like, yeah, man, like, let's talk. He interviewed me for a little bit, was super sweet, super kind, and we've had some DMs and some talks back and forth that I'm trying to do with my other job, potentially with him, as well as potentially we should do a collaboration with him on this.
Yeah, especially if he's in
sorry
Utah.
to take over, but he was on my list for sleeper / up and coming, not in a negative way, but up and coming channels.
Yeah.
Because him and his crew are, as it implies, average Joes. They don't try to be anything that they're not. They also appreciate, much like we do, the military culture and some of the cool stuff, but not to the point where they're like nut riders.
Yeah.
And like, I think they just produce really well. Like, when people tell us it feels like you're just two average dudes on the range shooting, I see that in their channel.
I agree.
And I love it.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
So I think they're doing a great job. I didn't tell him we were doing this video, but a couple weeks ago when I was doing research for this video, watching a bunch of content, I sent him some screenshots of me watching and was like, dude, I'm really enjoying your content lately. Like, fucking keep it up, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
My second channel that's a sleeper, Gun Thoughts. Have you watched it?
Yes. Yeah. So like I almost had it on mine. I don't even know why. Why I didn't? I can tell you why they got DQ'd. There's nothing against them. It was, I need a certain consistency on the release schedule.
Oh, yeah, I guess they don't.
It's pretty sporadic.
Sporadic, yeah.
Yeah, but the content I like. I like the content.
One thing too that really jumped them up in my book which is why I started watching a little bit more, is they're not scared to
No, they'll
some
send
bears and they'll say some shit.
Yeah, they'll
kinda
send
like
it.
we do.
Yeah,
They were racking pistols and they're like, knowledge transfer, knowledge transfer. Like,
it's pretty funny.
and I was like, damn it, subbed. Like,
that's
just
pretty
for that.
Yeah.
And they're normal dudes
Yep.
that enjoy the hobby, the sport, and kind of the all-around gun culture. They also acknowledge some of the stupid shit that goes on. They play into it, and they don't take themselves seriously.
Yeah, it's a good channel.
I
It is a
think
good
that they're
channel.
doing a good job.
It is a good
So,
channel. I was
you guys
trying
have
not to.
thoughts?
I was trying to not wind up with 20 channels to talk about here, so I was like, I had to be a dick and,
Cut some.
just.
But yeah, I think they're doing a good job. And dude, I'd love to even go do a video with them just because their personalities I think would be fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
And they're also another thing with these other two channels up and coming. Both of them are very safe. And if you watch weapon handling, they're all very, very safe. And I take that pretty seriously.
Yeah, because they actually shoot. They're not range bunnies. Like, they actually shoot.
Yep.
That's who you got?
That's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, like, this video I know is super random. We thought, hey, it's, I don't know, some way for us to be able to throw some acknowledgement around. And to be perfectly honest, I would be really curious to see other channels do it.
Yeah.
And just go like, and hell, you can disqualify us right now.
100%,
So
yeah.
this isn't like a self-promotion thing. I just think it's cool when in this little community, like we pass it around a little bit and we just go like, hey, they're doing a good job. And you who watches our channel, you should go watch their channel.
Yeah.
Random idea,
And again, if you like it, like, again, we're not trying to get promotion here. It's just, it was a fun idea for a video. We did some research on it. We consumed some content. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. And now we're done.
Now
And
we're
now
done.
you go about your day and go walk your dogs and hopefully have a nice whiskey tonight.
Yep. Thank you guys. Take care.